Hello, hello. This is the Maycal. This is the Zebras Don't Explain Your Stripes Zebra Zen edition, where I'm going to be pulling out from one of my oracle cards and affirmation cards and give you the messages you need to hear to get you going, get you inspired, get you thinking. All right. Get you connected with your inner self. So I have here a couple decks. I have the Oracle of Clarity and Chisme. These are the decks that I created. In this case, Chisme is the little voice inside of you that talks to you. That's Chisme. In Spanish, it means gossip. The cards are bilingual too, so you get to learn a little Spanish along the way, or you get to affirm it in both of your languages, English and Spanish. So it's a little fun. So we have that one. We have inner work looks good on you, bro. All right, this could be for the bros, or it could be for the bro you know. But pretty much all of the sayings, whether it's from the bro deck or the chisme deck, they all could resonate. The words could resonate with anyone and everybody. All right, no matter what gender, background, they could resonate with you. All right, and then we hit up the words of affirmation from my hoops and healing deck, which is really cool. They all have hoops, and in the middle of the hoops, you'll see a affirmation word in English and Spanish and with the sayings there. So I created these decks during my personal healing. The time that I used for my personal healing, I was inspired because I was working with other decks, and I wanted to kind of like make them my style, my Maycal style, make them my own, put a little wit and humor in them, make them bilingual. I thought that would be cool. So, yep, it came from a real place, and I want to share that with you all. And let's do this. I'm going to pull out one card from each deck, okay? Let's see what we got today. What message does the universe have for us today? All right, here we go. Okay. The Oracle of Clarity and Chisme, the message, ooh, I just pulled this in my last read. Ego. This is a message that needs to be told. Your ego isn't all fear, stilettos, and imaginary drama. It is also the voice with the accent of your auntie reminding you not to shrink. Ego isn't a villain with a mustache, twirling costume. It is the spicy inner hype crew that has your back. Let it speak, but don't let it drive your cosmic clown car. Got it? Yeah. By the way, everybody, I'm in Santa Barbara and I'm talking to you from there today. All right. I'm going to be doing these videos also while I travel because I think it's kind of fun. And so here is the card. The Oracle of Clarity and Chisme has different Latinas featured in these cards. Yes, ego is something a lot of us face, and sometimes on a daily basis. And sometimes you don't recognize that ego is a villain and it can get in your way. And it can not only just get in your way and affect whatever relationship you're trying to have with anybody else, whether it's romantic, friendship, family, it could also affect your own relationship with yourself. Because once the ego gets in the way, ego, pride, any of that gets in the way, you're self-sabotaging yourself. You're not allowing yourself to be you. All right. So we need to avoid that ego getting in the way. And I think that the most important thing is to recognize it. Recognize what it is that you're dealing with and why that ego pops up. All right, here we go. We're going to do inner work looks good on you, bro. Let's see what we got today. Happiness ain't that deep, bro. La felicidad no es tan profunda, bro. You keep chasing happiness like it is hiding behind your next career milestone or six-pack ab. But sometimes it is just a good nap, a bomb playlist, and fries that hit every time. Joy isn't a grand finale. It is the little wins, the inside jokes, and knowing you didn't ghost your own peace. By the way, who loves fries? French fries are my favorite comfort food. You just can't overeat it, but you could have some once in a while. All right. Yeah. You don't want to put a facade in front of you. And you don't want to overdo yourself either. And that's something that I learned during this recent healing journey of mine. It's important to rest. It's important to rest because happiness starts within. And it's true, you cannot chase it because that becomes a facade, it becomes a filter. It starts within, but you need to take care of your vessel too. You need the time to rest. You need to be conscious of those little wins that you have that sometimes we don't think about because we're looking at the bigger picture. And peace is important. I love that it says here, knowing you didn't ghost your own peace. Peace is something you do not want to ghost. It's important, all right, to be peaceful inside. So take those moments to take a break. Take those moments to breathe and take those moments to eat French fries. I love it. All right, let's see what's next. We're going to pull an affirmation card, okay? All right, what is the word for today? Forgive, perdonar. Forgiveness isn't approval, it is freedom. You are not letting them off the hook. You are setting yourself loose. Bitter is heavy. Light looks good on you. Now, I have something very important to say about forgiveness. All right. You want to forgive even if the person did something nasty to you, if they were not great to you. You need to forgive because that only helps you. That doesn't mean you have to hang out with that person. All right. Been in situations with friendships, with relationships that I've had to let go because something nasty was done. And then if that person has come back to apologize, I forgive. I forgive them. Even sometimes they don't apologize, they think that they're in their own right and they just disappear. But you have to forgive internally. That doesn't mean that you're going to forget what was done, but you need to forgive in order for you to be at peace with yourself. And that's very important. Forgive and let go, step back. All right. That doesn't mean that you are obligated to be friends with this person again, be back in that relationship. You don't have to. All right. If it's healing for you not to be part of that world, if it's a toxic energy that you're dealing with, you need to step away from that. But you are still capable and able of forgiving because that only heals your heart. And then step back and away. All right. Again, that doesn't mean you have to get back with the person or get back into whatever relationship that was. But forgiveness is very important for healing. All right, folks, we're going to end with a quick breathing exercising. Yeah, it's important also to exercise and breathe. But we're going to breathe because breathing is important. All right. And if you go on my Instagram page, you're going to find some of my, on Soulful Sundays, I pull an affirmation card and I do breathing along with a fun song, because it shows that you could breathe anywhere and everywhere and with anything. And that's very important to do. Okay. Always take the time to breathe. If you're dealing with anxiety, always take the time to breathe. If you need some patience, always take the time to breathe, to slow yourself down. All right. And to calm yourself down. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Breathe. Inhale the love, exhale the drama. Y con eso, mi amigos, clarity served, chisme delivered. Also, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, drop a zebra in the comments if you saw this video all the way through, and follow me here on Instagram and TikTok, the same name, at the _Maycal, MAYCAL, at the _Maycal. I'll see you there, my friends.